Welcome to sunny Queensland. This week we are just southwest of Brisbane, exploring the premium four-wheel drive parks that the area has to offer. We've got mates from Mickey Thompson, Tread 4x4 and Mean Mother along for the ride. Come along with the team from Life Off-Road as we explore the dusty and dirty action of southeast Queensland.
We've just driven out from Brisbane to Janowen Hills four-wheel drive park, and when you get here, you come to this beautiful park and we're greeted by Jan and Owen, the owners, coffee at the ready.
So we've met Jan and Owen. Obviously that's where the name comes from, Janowen Hills. Fantastic owners, and we're really looking forward to enjoying this park.
I've been to lots of four-wheel drive parks over the time around the Brisbane area, and I haven't been to one that's set up like this. It's just got a shop, it's got all the facilities, it's got showers and toilets, it's got great camping areas. It's actually got a couple of cabins as well, so it makes it an easy weekend, I think, for families. It's only a couple of hours out of Brisbane, which means that you can come out for a day trip easily, and you can rough it, or you can come and stay for a weekend, so terrific.
As soon as we park up our cars and we've deflated the tyres, we look up and see this beautiful picturesque summit, which is the trail we're going to do first off. So a big part of four-wheel driving is always going out with your mates. One, you need those recovery vehicles, and it's like catching a fish. It didn't happen unless you showed someone. So we've got Scott from Mean Mother four-wheel drive.
I'm out here in the Mean Mother Triton. We're running Mickey Thompson tyres. We've got a 9,500 pound edge winch in the front. And in the back, we've got all the recovery gear to help anybody out that gets stuck today, and that's hopefully not me.
And then we've got Terry, which is a real treat to have Terry along in the Mickey Thompson Jeep.
This Jeep today's got the Mickey Thompson Baja ATZ P3s, and it's called a P3 because it actually has a 3-ply tyre, but it's a special tyre. It's actually got an angle ply construction in the sidewall. It's a hybrid tyre, so it's in between a mud and an all-terrain. So it gives almost the traction of the chunkiest muddy tyres without the noise and the uneven wear you'd get from those sort of tyres on the bitumen. The off-road races traditionally use a mud terrain type of tyre, and recently we found that a lot of the racers using Mickey Thompsons have switched and putting this ATZ P3 on. Those guys are running on off-the-shelf Mickey Thompson tyres, which are these ones here. And of course, one of the main things we've done is drop the pressure. I think the other guys are down to about 16 and 18 in their tyres. I've got the Jeep down to 13. With the special angle ply construction on the Mickey Thompsons, you can go a bit lower without getting too much compression in it. In the vehicle with me, we've got Alicia, and of course we've got a young guy, Dane, who's travelling here from America. So we decided to bring him out for a day in the dirt.
I'm here with my Y62 Nissan Patrol. I've got my, obviously, Tread Pros mounted on the top. We've got Mickey Thompson 35-inch tyres on there. I've recently just put some BP 51s in there, just instantly improved the ride. And I think this park is going to be the place to test it out.
Really wide range of vehicles. Really going to be stretching our legs here and testing out our vehicles. And obviously, if I can't get over something, it's not my fault, it's the vehicle.
Welcome everybody to Janowen Hills four-wheel drive park. We're just going to go up to the lookout now and just have an overview of the property.
It turned on a beautiful day for us, thanks Owen.
Yeah, anytime you come up here, mate, it's a beautiful day.
So it's been a fantastic day so far here in southeast Queensland. We're just coming into winter, and I'm sitting here in a t-shirt, sun's out. What a glorious day.
One of the cool things about this trip is we've been able to actually go with the property owner. So he had a lot of good stories to share. He told us a little bit about the park and how it started.
Well, from just the first few hundred metres, we can tell you've got a diversity of four-wheel drive tracks here.
Yeah, just coming up on the right, you'll see the quarry, bit of a playpen in there, some difficult tracks climbing the walls. A lot of the guys have a lot of fun doing that.
Joys of coming to these four-wheel drive parks is getting to meet the owners. The heritage of these places is fantastic, and it's really nice to learn all this information, and while we're out here with mates.
How many acres have you got here?
About 1,000 acres all up.
And the park's open all year round?
Yeah, we're open 24/7, so anybody can come in at any time.
And you have quite a few four-wheel drive events here throughout the year.
Yeah, mate, a few competitions, so yeah, there's plenty of activity going on. Okay, we're just going to go up with a bit of a climb, so we'll get into four-wheel drive. Welcome to Janowen Hills four-wheel drive park. The property's about 1,000 acres in total. My wife Jan and myself opened this park about 15 years ago. We have camping by the creek, two-wheel drive access. There's powered sites and cabins. We have a variety of four-wheel drive tracks from easy for the beginners up to the extreme for the hardcore guys in their competitions. You have some scenic drives, good lookouts. You see right down the Goombra Valley from the top of the hill.
Went up to the lookout and had a look around up there, and most family vehicles, four-wheel drives, would make it in that track, which is great.
So we've really been enjoying some of the best tracks that this park can offer.
Almost 360-degree views of this beautiful area. It's definitely worth driving there.
So we're all running Mickey Thompson tyres on our vehicles, and quite excited to have Terry from Exclusive Tyres. He's been in the game for 30 plus years, so I'm really quite honoured to be spending time with him today and hear some of his stories.
So one of these cool things about these trips is the people that come along, and how cool and humbling it was to have Terry from Exclusive Tyre Distributors here, the guy that started it. He's got years of experience, all different terrains all around the world. He's done everything that we can all only wish to have done.
And he was joking about being in two-wheel drive, but he is actually still in two-wheel drive.
I know.
Oh, that lookout was absolutely beautiful. And hard to believe we're only 2 hours away from Brisbane.
Yeah, nice and close.
By now it's lunchtime and we've decided let's head back down to the shop where Jan's been preparing lunch.
We had hamburgers, we had chicken burgers, a little bit for dessert.
Absolutely delicious. I think we all went back for seconds.
What a great place for families to come and able to get some good food and good coffee, actually.
Definitely finished off a beautiful lunch for us before we were to head out and do a couple of more tracks.
Two-wheel drive on this one, Terry?
Don't think so, not with a camera crew.
Do you reckon I have enough grip in them tyres?
Tyres are not the problem. The wheelbase is, and you're okay for that too, so I don't think you've got any issue at all.
All right, nice and gentle, not too much grunt on this, you'll be fine. Straddle to the left, I reckon.
Yeah.
Nice.
So when you're standing at the bottom of the hill with a bunch of mates, it's pretty hard to say, no, I'm not going to do it after you've been standing at the shop thinking, this will be pretty easy. Chris went first in the patrol and made it look quite easy. I tried to follow his line and I wasn't so successful. After a few attempts, probably about 6, we finally got there. not the most experienced four-wheel driver on this trip.
Awesome drive, Scott. Well done. Come down and watch the Jeep do it now.
Having someone there on the radio keep my confidence level up really got me through, and that's why I got to the top.
It worked. It worked, yeah. You didn't need to sit on the bull bar after all. No. Great.
Oh, it was a bit of a show-off attempt, I think. He just did it so easily. No, he did a fantastic job. Very, very easy in the Jeep. So, yeah, put me to shame.
What a great day we had here in the park. We had a lot of fun, actually.
What goes up inevitably has to come back down. So we came back down that hill. Now, going down on paper is easier, you would think, but it's not always that easy, especially with that big washout, big heavy cars. I mean, my car weighs a lot. Once we all got down to the bottom safely, we headed on.
Owen then took us to this Sandstone area of the park. We found it's just a maze of articulation and hills and mounds with tracks going everywhere.
Now, it's not crazy, steep, challenging hills by any means. It's really going to put you off camber, but not too far that you're going to push the car too far.
We actually were able to practice on that and have different vehicles went on different tracks too, so to see how much they were capable of doing. We had a lot of fun with that, and it was good to see the vehicles in action and the equipment in action on those vehicles, getting them through the different positions.
So again, Chris leading the pack, and watching him articulate through these mounds was really cool and exciting. I couldn't wait to get in there myself.
You could spend the whole day there just taking a different line and challenging yourself. It's very technical, but it's also quite easy in some of the lines as well, so you've had everything. Obviously we were there with the Jeep just showing us all how it's done with all his detaching sway bar links, just flexing out like a cool car.
Simon was guiding me on the radio, which was really helpful. And again, a key thing for any four-wheel driver to have a good spotter. Now, being in the dual cab, these things don't flex much, so I was really hesitant to go too far. I was worried I was going to get stuck, but Simon guided me through really well. I was amazed with how far I actually got through and popped out the other side, and I was pumped.
On this trip, we're actually really lucky that we had a couple of new to four-wheel drive people tagging along in the convoy. It's not hard to understand why people are flocking to buy one of those vehicles, because they all want to have that off-road or that adventuring lifestyle. Now, cars equipped with winches or bull bars are very capable, but the process of doing a winch recovery can take a lot longer. Some of the stuff that I like to tell people, make sure that you've got a good quality snatch strap on board, rated shackles, quality recovery points, and a pair of recovery boards. Now, recovery boards are a really safe solo recovery device in that event that you lose traction. Ultimately, you just need to gain more traction, gain some more momentum. So putting down a pair of recovery boards or 4 recovery boards at each of your tyres is going to give you that instant traction so you can get some momentum, get going, shake the boards off, put them back in your vehicle and get underway again. You don't need to go out and spend a huge amount of money buying lots of stuff for your vehicle. Maybe you just need to think about where you want to go first. Grab a pair of recovery boards and a snatch strap. Start seeing what you want to do before you start putting all the extra weight onto your vehicle. I'm going to head back to the convoy, see how these new guys are tackling the terrain and see what the rest of the day brings us.
So after the Sandstone area, we went to this pretty cool rocky creek bed. that Owen showed us. And in true Simon form, he came up with a little loop circuit for all vehicles to try. It was really cool actually. So, down through the water, up over some rocks, up a rock face, and then we finished off with a hill climb to really get the blood pumping.
Through it.
All right guys, I think we might be stuck here now.
After completing the obstacle course, Scott from Meadmother moved nervously towards the final hill climb. He was determined to make it up no matter what it took.
Chris made it up the hill very easy. Terry came in with the Jeep and I reckon he was in two-wheel drive still. And I came in behind and I got halfway.
Yeah, stand on the gas.
If I can't make it this time, I'm definitely going to pull out the winch, get the guys gloved up and run the rope out. So fingers crossed we get up there, but otherwise it might be winch time. All right guys, I think we might be stuck here now.
Yeah, we'll winch from there. Hold on.
He tried and he tried and tried again, but we just kept generating a level of wheel spin.
All I was doing was spinning the wheels and we never want to damage the track, so we stopped there and it was time to winch.
It's a nice responsible thing to do than to keep trying, digging more holes and maybe taking a chance on damaging the vehicle.
So Simon's just at the front of the vehicle now, just peeling off our synthetic rope. So we're running a Meadmother Edge 9,500 pound winch. This would be sufficient for this job easily. And at the top of the hill, we're going to set up an indirect line pull.
So we're going up to this tree for our pulley point, and then across to a further tree. In this case, we've got two different length tree trunk protectors. The tree trunk protector we've got here, we've actually used the longer one. This will bring the winch cable over more towards the center of the track to give us a more direct pull. We're going to use two dampers, one below and one above the pulley point. We've double checked all the recovery gear. We're ready to go. Let's get out of the way and get ourselves winching. Winch in. So nice and gentle. Don't overspin the wheels. You just want a little bit of movement with the tires. The tires will do a little bit of work. We'll let the winch do a little bit of work. Now the line will go up. We'll take up the slack again. And the winch is just going to give the vehicle that little bit of assistance. Keep taking up the slack, keep the winch going in, keep winching in. Let the winch take the slack up, and now start driving. Good work.
Finally finished up with winching with the Meadmother Edge 9,500 pound winch in the front. It was a sure thing that we're going to get to the top.
A little bit of winch assistance, we got him up to the top. He was able to finish off that trail and then come down the hill after.
30 years I've been in the business, and I guess what's kept me interested is really the driving. So it was nice to come out today and get a feel for it again. I could only make it for one day. In fact, I was a ring-in today, but Andrew Collins, who's head of marketing for Mickey Thompson Tyres, is actually coming tomorrow, so he'll have a bit of fun and be with the team as well. Well, the sun's about to drop down, so we're about to head off, air up and go home. Gee, if anyone's got any opportunity to come out here, you should come out and experience it. It's fantastic.
Finished up, had a great meal, hefty, beautiful, tasty meal. Again, country hospitality at its finest.
So after dinner, with a belly full of food, we decided let's head back out on the trails. Now something that we found out earlier is that Janowen Hills actually allow you to go night driving until 10 p.m.
We've got great lights on our vehicle, so let's go out and use them. So we went out and did this awesome night drive.
Now being able to night drive at a four-wheel drive park is extremely rare. So we thought, let's take advantage of this and get out there and flick the lights on and have some fun.
Going out at night, having to think harder, pick your lines, just try and keep an eye on what's happening left and right and picking that line for your wheel. So night driving is a lot of fun, and it's really great to see that Janowen Hills actually let you do that up until 10 p.m.
With a few night tracks under our belt, it was time to head back to camp, get the campfire going, lay out the swag and sit around and reflect on an awesome first day on this trip.
Well, we invite anybody to come out and have a look at the place, just if they want to come up for a relaxing weekend or a bit of adventure in the car or just take in nature as it goes. Yeah, it's been a pleasure to have 4-wheel drive TV up and present our place on your show. Thanks very much.
We've had a magic day at Janowen Hills 4-wheel drive park filled with challenge and adventure. Next week, our 4x4 fun continues as we head further up the valley. For now though, we'll take a well-earned break and kick back with the coldie by the campfire.